You sit while I do the work.
Steak and Shake, now accepting credit cards.
This drama's real. Watch A Day in Court tonight on News Channel 5 at 6.
Tonight's headlines: a terror bomb attack against Westerners in Saudi Arabia. Iraq gets a new boss. Job one, end the chaos. Also tonight, it's happened again. A mother charged with murdering her own young children. We'll show you where many children are picking up their bad eating habits as CBS begins an Eye on America series about kids and obesity. And Americans are avoiding China because of SARS, but this couple couldn't get there soon enough. You'll see why.
This is the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather reporting from CBS News headquarters in New York.
Good evening. There's been a new terror attack apparently aimed at Westerners in Saudi Arabia. A number of powerful explosions shook the capital city of Riyadh just hours before the expected arrival of Secretary of State Colin Powell. The targets were residential compounds housing foreign nationals, including Americans. There are said to be many casualties. Riyadh is in central Saudi Arabia, about 200 miles west of the Persian Gulf. CBS News national security correspondent David Barton at the Pentagon has late details. David?
Dan, U.S. officials say there were 3 simultaneous explosions at these housing compounds where Westerners live in Riyadh. The initial reports are that these were car bombs. There are reports of casualties, but so far no reports of American casualties.
This comes 2 weeks after the U.S. had warned al-Qaeda was planning terrorist attacks in Saudi Arabia, and 1 week after Saudi officials announced they had discovered a large weapons cache and were conducting a nationwide manhunt for 19 militants with alleged ties to al-Qaeda. The Saudi Interior Minister was quoted as saying they had been trained at camps in Afghanistan and that the quantity and sophistication of explosives indicated they were planning to attack buildings. The presence of American troops in Saudi Arabia has always been one of Osama bin Laden's prime reasons for conducting terrorist attacks against the U.S. After the war in Iraq ended, the U.S. announced it would pull all its combat forces out of Saudi Arabia, but it will take several months to complete the move.
The explosions occurred in an area close to where that weapons cache, about 800 pounds of explosives, had been discovered. It is too early to blame this on bin Laden, but certainly the early indications are that this was the work of al-Qaeda. Dan?
David Martin reporting live from the Pentagon. 20 months after al-Qaeda's attack on America, how prepared are we in this country for another terror strike on a big city? We're finding out as the Department of Homeland Security this week stages mock attacks to put emergency responders to the test. CBS's Bob Orr reports the drill began today in Washington State.
Just south of downtown Seattle, a blast and column of smoke launched the terror scenario officials fear most. A so-called dirty bomb, an explosive laced with radioactive material. In this counterterrorism drill, the largest and most expensive in U.S. history, emergency crews are confronted with a devastated blast site, overturned vehicles, 100 victims, and a cloud of radiation threatening the city.
We're trying to learn more about our state of preparedness, what goes right, what goes wrong, the strengths we've got, areas we need to work on.
The exercise is the first attempt by the new Department of Homeland Security to assess the ability of federal and local officials to coordinate their response to a terror attack.
So you learn where the communication may have broken down, and then you can study why the communication broke down. You can study what was the reaction of the first responders. Where did the coordination break down? Why did that coordination break down?
A similar test run by the FBI 3 years ago revealed